Hey everyone, it's Natalie, also known as Knitty Natty. Today we are going to learn how to do the stretchy I-cord bind off like I have here on my classic can cozy. So I'm going to be showing you here on another classic can cozy, and you can find the pattern linked down below. All right, let's get started. Any I-cord bind off begins with adding more stitches. In the case of this pattern, we're going to add 2 more stitches using the cable cast on method. So it's pretty much a knitted cast on, except we're going to go in between our stitches instead of into a stitch. So I'm going to go in between my first and second stitches with my needle, see how I'm not catching any of those stitches, and then I'm going to make a knit stitch. So just wrap around, pull through, but don't slide that stitch off. Instead, I'm going to pull the stitch I just made out to the side, and I'm going to give it a twist. I like to twist those towards the back, and then you dip your left hand needle in and pull to even. Don't make that tight. We don't want these stitches to be tight at all. We're going to repeat that one more time, so go in between the first and second stitch here. Go ahead and wrap around to knit, pull through, slide out to the side, and then give it a slight twist to the back. I'm just twisting the yarns there, placing that stitch on my left hand needle and pulling to close. Sometimes it'll slide off. There we go. Now we're ready to begin the I-cord. What makes this a stretchy I-cord bind off is a yarn over that we're going to add in. So it's just slightly different from a regular I-cord bind off. So it's going to begin with knit 2. Just knit those first 2 stitches just like normal. The next stitch we're going to slip knitwise, so go into it like a knit and slip it over to your right hand needle knitwise. Then we're going to add that yarn over in, so make a yarn over, and finally we're going to knit 1 stitch. Now at this point you should have 5 stitches on your right hand needle, 2 knits, a slip, a yarn over, and another knit. The last step is to pass your stitches over. Now in this case we're going to pass the slip stitch, which is the third one here, and the yarn over together, up, over, and off of our needle. So I'm going to grab that yarn over and the slip stitch with my left hand needle, slide them down, up, over, and off. Now I just have 3 stitches remaining. I'm going to slide those stitches back over to my left hand needle, so I can begin the whole process again. All right, we're just going to keep repeating that process over and over. So knit 2, slip 1 knitwise, don't forget yarn over, and then knit 1. You're going to pass your stitches over, the yarn over and the slip stitch together, up, over, and off the needle, slide your 3 stitches back. All right, one more time. Knit 2, slip 1 knitwise, yarn over, knit 1, pass your yarn over and slip stitch up, over, and off the needle. And then slide back those 3 stitches to the left hand needle. Keep repeating this process until you have just 3 stitches remaining. When just 3 stitches remain, go ahead and slip them back to the left hand needle, and then knit all 3 of them together as 1 stitch. Then you can go ahead and cut your yarn and pull it through the last stitch that you have. Thread that tail that you just made onto a tapestry needle, and we're going to use it to close up these 2 I-cord ends together. We want to try to do this as neat as possible, so I kind of like to do almost a duplicate stitch. We've got 3 stitches here in our I-cord, so I'm going to start down at the very bottom one. This is the end opposite where we just finished, and thread through that whole entire stitch. And then I like to come over to this side here and kind of go into like the middle of a stitch and go through a whole stitch like that. And then I go back to this side, and wherever I was here, I'm going to grab that next stitch like that, and then come back to this side and wherever I just finished, grab the next stitch here. It is not an exact science. You can always take things out if it's not looking good, but kind of keep going like that till you are on the inside, and then you can just weave the end in from there. And that's it. Now you have seen the super stretchy I-cord bind off. Enjoy!